So we're going to talk about the ArcDUO LRI and like key where it fits in. When blades, manual LRIs are inaccurate and femtos are costly, and where this fits into your armamentarium. It's hard for patients to know astigmatism. I kind of showed these images a lot. So that's not blurry, that's just kind of double. So this is not blurry, it's just kind of double. It's a doubling effect of that E. It's an E, the same 2200E, but it's a double E, not before that. So that they get it. Okay, yeah, so there's a problem called astigmatism. It means one eye after surgery, one we're doing surgery on, we'll see double. People think that astigmatism is not important. I showed the picture of this to patients. 0.75 Dopplers of SIL. This is 1.25 Dopplers of SIL. Now, typically, these are too low for a toric to treat. So your basic lens will give you this option. Your basic cataract surgery, Joe Schmo insurance, Medicare does this. But we have an option of doing this. See the difference there? There's some advanced technology I can do to get you from here to here for distance. Like, oh, I get it. So that's how you explain astigmatism, not like this. And this is like a big deal. If you're driving glare and halos, imagine all your femto patients, all your multifocal. So especially when you have a premium patient and you're not using a femto, what can you do to make them happy? Because this will be a problem for you after surgery. We think, and I'm guilty of this too, that 0.5 to 1.25 Dopplers SIL is, no one cares, it's small, they can handle it. Not these premium patients and not most patients. But more importantly, patients will actually pay to go from here to here. So now that's a big market out there. Most of your patients have SIL that a toric lens cannot treat. Most of your patients have, over half, have a Doppler of SIL that's candidate for LRI. Now, LRIs have been around for a long time, but they fell out of favor because we're using hand blades to do it, and we're not accurate at it. We're not deep enough, we get too deep, perforate. We don't make the curves long enough, not symmetric enough. And then when we are bad, we think our results are bad, and we say, yeah, this is crap technology, it's not gonna work. It does work, but our instruments were not good. So that's where this kind of fits in here. If they want to get too intricate, like how does LRIs work? I mean, I kind of explained the thing, like, you know, it's falsies and apple pies. When you slice and have the holes, it deflates. So actually your cornea is too large, some lumps on it. If you cut, it deflates the lumps. So what I'm doing is I'm using precise instruments to smoothen your eye and give you sharper vision. So I don't worry about blades and cutting and relaxing, that's too technical. Just precise instruments to smoothen and sharper. So the current limitations for what we're thinking about LRIs, so it's low cost, low tech, some little line I make with the diamond blade, it could perforate the cornea, I don't like it. Accuracy, precision, reproducibility is not consistent. It requires nomogram setup, which it's all resistant to. It's inconsistent, we weren't trained on it too well, and it can be cosmetic displeasing. You have these cuts in the cornea. Laser is great, of course, but it's more OR time. You have to buy a laser, limited cataract surgery only, or suites, and limited access to it. The good thing about the LRI thing, about ArcDUO is you can do this in the office. So it changes your whole range. Post-operatively, you have someone who has 0.7 Doppler of SIL post-op, you put it on the slit lamp and do it on the patient post-operatively. Or even for someone a year who's standalone. So the ArcDUO is this device here. It basically has a suction on the eye. You have these pre-calibrated 15, 30, 45 degree templates. You put it on the eye. You can choose your axis, and you can play with it over here. Choose what axis you want, 45 degrees, 60 degrees. You can choose how you want to do it, temporally, superiorly. And then these two little blades here, you'll go right on the eye, twist, and you're done. Suction off. You put on the eye, twist, you're done. So it takes a couple seconds to actually do this thing here. You can choose 9mm or 10. I typically use 9. And you can choose 15, 30, 45, 60 degrees for it. That's the base from it. As we said over here, it pushes on the eye. It stays on the eye because there's a small suction, so your technician just holds suction on. Do it, release suction, you're done. If you're like me doing manual RI, you're always worried about going too deep, right? Because it's like, what if I puncture? What if I perforate? What if? This thing is designed for 600 microns. It's not going to perforate the cornea. And if you wanted to, you just pull it gently. It's not going to perforate the cornea at all. Like, we've done hundreds of these, it's not going to do that. So, and you have complete control. Because it can't, it's a guarded blade. It cannot go deeper than it needs to go. Patient can't move their eye while you're operating on them. Oops, I'm sorry. No, it's suctioned onto the eye. The eye can't move. There's nothing that's going to happen to it. It's not going to go too deep because these blades are stuck. There's a safety mechanism here. The blades can't go deeper. They're stuck in this one position here. So it's actually much safer than a manual RI and way more precise. The cuts are nice and clean. So that's 700 microns, 663 microns. It's a cleaner cut. You'd be surprised. These cuts actually are cleaner than a femto. There's no bubbles on the end, no bubbles on the interface. It works beautifully. Mark in the cornea. It's already pre-marked ahead of time. You're laying these templates, however you want, 45 degrees, 15 degrees, 30 degrees. Twist, and you're done. I'll pass around here. And then these are the clean cuts you got. So if you try out there, you can't even see this cut. Femtos, you can see the LRIs, bubbles everywhere. Here, it's a perfectly clean cut. You can open them, not open them. You can open them after if you want to, but great device to use. This is not a niche product. This is the majority product. The majority of your astigmatism patients are candidates, both price-wise and cylinder-wise. That's how we treat astigmatism. Low levels, not femtos and torics all the time. Like, we're missing out. We're not denying those patients, but when you have this much SIL, you have a smarter option for the patient and for yourself.